Welcome to the PCR show. I'm Lauren and I'm your host, and here we have
Grant.
Oh, excellent. It's great to have you here today. Do you know what DNA is?
It stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Oh, very nice. You're going to be an excellent contender for this contest. All right. What do you know about DNA?
It holds the genetic information of a cell. It is a double-stranded. It's in a double-stranded helix form, alpha helix form, but it can also have beta and zeta forms, and it's important.
All right. I think we've got a really smart person here today. What is PCR?
It stands for polymerase chain reaction.
Do you know how PCR works?
No.
Well, I think we can help you.
Gee whiz!
Do you know who invented PCR?
Watson and Crick.
No!
Can you tell me?
His name is Carey Mullis. Also, do you want to learn a fun fact?
Yes, please.
He was on LSD when he figured out how PCR worked.
Crazy!
It was mind-opening to him, and he thought he couldn't have done it without the drug.
It's mind-opening to me, too.
Don't do LSD.
Whatever.
So today we're going to learn how DNA gets amplified or replicated. And this uses what you don't know about, PCR. Alright, so PCR is... Do you think DNA is cool?
The coolest.
Alright, so using PCR, which you don't know about yet, we can do really cool things. Like we can do genetic testing, you can find out who the father is, you can test for crime scenes.
I know who my father is, though.
I'd like everyone to welcome my friend Matt to explain PCR for us.
Yeah.
Okay, Grant, I'm going to ask you again. You know anything about PCR?
No, can you enlighten me?
Of course I can. So the way it works, you take a short strand of DNA and you heat it to a really hot temperature, 95 degrees Celsius, and the two strands come apart. Then what you do is you drop in primers, and what primers do is one attaches to the top end of the DNA at one side, and the other attaches to the other end on the bottom side. And then what you do is you have DNA polymerase, which is an enzyme, naturally occurs in cells, and its job is to copy a cell's DNA. So the DNA polymerase goes down the DNA and it drops in nucleotides which are floating around the DNA. This process of primers binding to the strands of DNA is called annealing. After this, the DNA is cooled and the strands come together again, but this time there are two strands because of all the nucleotides that got dropped in. This process can be repeated over and over, and it results in a lot of DNA being created. So you can take one strand or just a few strands and create thousands of strands of DNA. This is helpful for analyzing crimes or doing other investigations with DNA.
Thanks, Professor Wagner.
You're welcome.
Grant, did you learn something today?
I learned everything about PCR and DNA that I want to know for like 6 lifetimes.
That's great! Alright, that concludes our PCR show. See you next time.
Thank you. To what she's saying, that I don't know how they want me to react.
I don't know. That's what it is.
Wait. Is that okay if I know that? Should I not know anything?
Okay, so.
Hey, Trevor.